During your time in Mission Heights, we've mentioned credit unions a number of times. They're a good place to keep your money safe, while making sure your money is still available when you need it. A credit union is a great place to save your money, and maybe get a loan if you need to borrow some. You can also get a lot of good advice on just about anything having to do with your money from your credit union. But let's face it, there are a lot of choices when it comes to what you can do with your money. And just like every other choice where your money is concerned, which we've been talking about throughout your money mission, your choice of a financial institution can make a big difference in the opportunities you'll have in your life. What makes credit unions different? There's one very simple fact that makes credit unions different in a few different ways. When we talked about investing, remember that we talked about some businesses having stockholders. Ask yourself a question. Why would you want to be a stockholder in a business? The answer should be simple. You want to own stock in a business because you expect to make money. And if you do own stock in a business, whose best interest should that business have in mind? Duh, yours, of course. It's your investment that makes that business possible. And in fact, in the case of publicly traded companies, there are plenty of rules and regulations in place to make sure that the interests of the stockholder come first. Here's the important fact about credit unions. Credit unions are non-profit companies. Credit unions were created for the purpose of benefiting their members. That is, for the people who keep their money in the credit unions. So, just like other companies are required to look after their shareholders first, credit unions are required to look after their members first. It's that simple. Credit unions focus on people, not on profits. It's the reason credit unions were formed in the first place. Most corporations, especially large ones, are managed by a board of directors. In the case of for-profit companies, those board members are elected by the stockholders. In the case of credit unions, the board members are elected by the members. So all the big decisions about how the credit union runs aren't made by people interested in profits. Those decisions are made by people just like you. And then there is the general purpose of credit unions. Their purpose is not the financial success of the stockholders, it's the financial success of their members. So, the money that credit unions might have paid out to stockholders is invested directly back in the members. What that means is higher interest rates on savings and lower interest rates on loans. And it also means that credit unions can invest in lower-cost financial services for the members' benefit, not the company's profit. Finally, there's the question of values. We started our money mission by talking about values, with the idea that money itself is about value, shared value that we all agree on. And as we've gone along, we've seen just how far that value reaches, linking you through the shared value of your money to places and events in the world you might never have imagined. That linking through values is another difference for credit unions. They are linked through their members very tightly to their communities. Credit unions are member-owned, in business to benefit their members, and so are very committed to the communities their members live in. Not owned by a corporation that could even be in another country. Purpose and values. Very basic differences that add up to real differences in the way credit unions work, and in the sorts of financial opportunities they can provide to you. And speaking of opportunities, it's time to get busy with your money mission.